Alright, so Oasis Deathmatch. So I'm going to try open fairly standard here on the Greeks. We'll move all our villages up. We'll just go and have a look at what he's doing. It doesn't really matter what. Yeah, military production. So we'll fan out villages across individual buildings as best we can. And you can always just, individually queue them up as you come out, but I think it's just easier this way. Bear in mind, I've played quite a bit of Deathmatch across the series. Let's start pushing some units across, and let's start getting houses now. So we'll do that. Villages again. Try and keep them as across individual buildings as possible. So I think I'm slightly quicker with the units here than Verada. Try and use that to my advantage. If I can, try and actually hit villages. Slows down his actual production, so because his buildings get delayed that way. Obviously, it's probably harder to get a lot of value against faster players because they can, pull back the villages, but the slower the opponent, the harder it is for them to actually keep track of that. And now I'll start actually adding other town centers. So I'll add one here at home. A lot of players will add them all at home, but I like to actually fan them out because I can actually get market lines from this position. So I add a couple of markets back here as sort of our main market line. So Verada's actually sort of caught up on army now. So I've got to back off, but in the meantime, I should, in theory, be in a lot better position with actual comp and layout. Need to get a couple more ranges though. Maybe another stables. Add more production. If you ever feel like you're falling behind on units, just keep adding more production until you're actually starting to really get broke. Make sure your market lines from out up. And you can always do reverse market. So if he dives one market line, you can just start it up on the other side of your base. And I'll just add forts in a little bit here too. Just need to add more army. And the hard thing is, Verada's probably going to add add eco slower and less than I do. So I can't really just blindly push, but this is going to be a hard army to stop, but bearing in mind it's going to be hard for him to reinforce this straight off the bat. But I'm going to have to keep an eye on my house count. I don't have a lot of villages, so I'm going to make sure I'm producing them through this. Try and keep them out of the fight. Actually keep producing houses built. I'm very defensive from this, so it's going to be hard to actually stop this eco. And stop this army pretty easily. It's more that one that's going to be worried. But I think having killed this army, I should be up a little bit in terms of resources. Like I said, should be in a better spot economically. So he's going to have to back off. Keep adding houses. So you want to keep an eye. Make sure you're never dipping below 200 there in Deathmatch. Like, you can afford to burn through all this. Like, it's really only once the game actually settles down, like now, don't worry about adding too much eco. And Verada's pretty smart with this. He's going to keep trying to harass, take out houses. So just going to keep a handful of units back here just to make sure he can't do that. Try and get some fortresses around. Secure your market line. But don't have to fortress along the entire thing, maybe just at the endpoints. But you do want to have towers running along the perimeter of it, unless you're intending to fortress or tower your opponent's market line spots, which is always a good idea to creep forward with. But Verada's actually had to take a lot of fights with a bigger army, and then because he sort of dived there, I don't think he really got as much out of that as he thought he would. Because I've really gone with a lot of cavalry as well, mainly just Gastra Hop. He probably could get Siege to help break this at this point. And I mean, if he goes for more Prodromos than me, I've always got to be careful that he's not just going to do this. So, you know, sit them all back here. I need to keep Hoplites or Spears. Hoplites preferably, because this stage of the game, well, I mean, in Deathmatch resources, age 4, you don't really want Spears. You just keep getting Gastra kills. And try not to dive into his fortresses now that he's playing defensively. You know, bleed a couple of units off, try and grow this economy. I'm only at 30 pop, so I want to get, you know, to 100 if I can. But I've got to be mindful about how much his army and eco sizes are. So he's going to try and hit. I've got a less mobile comp too, so he can start really taking advantage of that. I've got to make sure I meet him anywhere that he's going to be. He's going to come through. Probably. He's going to even keep going. I'll run these guys back here. I need to try and push here. Let's see if he's good. Keep adding houses because he's taking them out. Doesn't really matter where at this point, as long as it's safe. Got those mark lines. So that's going to be a tough force to deal with. The Gastras are going to require me to bring my own Gastra Ball back or get Ballista, so I'll add some of those. Running out of wood, so I've got 5 markets still alive, and I'll start getting a lot of villages for wood gathering. If I can fit them in here. You can take that out of there, yeah. Oh, actually, no, I can save these guys and kill that cost effectively. Try and keep some of these guys back. Okay, going on the range with them. So he's really starting to struggle for resources now. Push out on that side. Prodromos is going to be annoying for me to add any cavalry of my own, which I'm going to want to do because he's going to start adding Ballista. So I need to get Prodromos or Hippicons for that. And just judging by the fact that he's got Prodromos, I should get Prodromos myself rather than Hippicons. Or Hoplites. You know, Andy's got these up here, so we'll take them out. Take out the main army. He is starting to really run out of resources though, so as long as I can keep replacing everything in time, try not to eat too much ballista fire with Gastra, if you can help it. Oh. Fuck. The cavalry mobilities. Really smart to take advantage of that. They'll get a lot of villages as well. And they can always help. Oh shit. Maybe not that many. Okay. So I need to deal with this back here first. Deal with this up here. Idle villages we can have building the next couple of houses. We've lost some. Put these guys back on wood. That's what we need most. So our scores are just fucking dipping here. We're both getting near broke. He's got a good market line spot up there though. So we want to try and pressure that. Try and bring everything together here. Actually, this might be a nice catch. Obviously, if you're a mechanically quick player, it's easy to get away with doing this sort of stuff, but I don't know. I hope you're getting a bit of an idea of like the sort of compositions and like the opening that you needed there. But yeah, now Verada, again, you can sort of have the market here, and this is what I mean by sort of having an L shape. So you can have a safe market here still. It's not as good, but it's better than no market. It's much better than no market, which is what you really want. But, nah, it doesn't look like he does. Otherwise, he could have had a safe market up there, but then the problem is he sort of clustered his TCs. Probably needs to go for that next market. Either here, which is a bit exposed unless he forts here, or back here, which is fairly safe, but then again, you know, he sort of needs another town center up here.